Friendly fire, courtesy of Senator John Fetterman, over this bad behavior in Congress.
I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Greene's words. That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down.
Aw.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play.
Baby girl? I don't think
we are gonna.
After that chaos, Fetterman joked that he was sorry to Jerry Springer for ever comparing Congress to the Wild Talk Show. Then AOC called him a bully. Today, Fetterman was the one saying, don't even play.
Ocasio-Cortez seems to be suggesting that you're a bully.
Oh, well, of course, that's absurd. I was just simply responding to the kind of chaos and everything that Representative Greene started as well. And if everyone on the committee was proud of what they've produced, they're entitled to their opinion. Or if they feel that this is the kind of a video that you want to send to a classroom of 8th grade civics kind of students across America, again, that's their choice.
All right, I know, Molly, you don't agree with the hoodie as Senate dress code, but do you agree with Fetterman? He's got a point there about the chaos.
Kind of a point, but also we're spending so much time talking about unkind words that were said in the House and about how that looks poor to the rest of the country.
Bleach, blonde,
What
bad
actually
built.
looks bad to the country, I think, is that Washington, D.C. is destroying our country. Their policies are horrible. We have no border. Our economy is bad. Our foreign policy is bad. And on each and every one of those issues, John Fetterman and a host of other people have voted to create the chaos. And so it is kind of like nobody likes to see what happened there with the fight, but I think most Americans are much more worried about what has happened to the country under the leadership of these so-called civil people.
Kennedy, this is the moment I thought was the most entertaining as long as we're going down the Mean Girls reality TV show. Watch this from Rep. Jasmine Crockett.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling, if someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I kind of feel for James Comer there. He's like, what? But then Crockett went on TV today and tried to clean it up.
You attacked her physical.
So to be clear, what I asked for was clarification on the ruling. I did not state anything to her. I specifically asked a question, and I didn't even mention her name. And so it was for clarification, and that's what I asked for. And he obviously didn't hear me.
Okay, yeah, and I hear that, but she went after your appearance, and then you went back at her 1,000-fold.
I did, in a very lawyerly way. MAGA has historically been on social media doing the things where they're saying, oh, she's black with lashes and nails and hair, and so she's ghetto. And so to me, this was her buying into that rhetoric.
Kennedy, what do you think?
I think that her rationality is very much beneath her. But I would say that for all of these congresswomen in particular who have become addicted to attention, and I wish they had an addiction to limiting the size and scope of the federal government. Unfortunately, they do not. They just want press. They want us to talk about them as though they're Real Housewives of New Jersey. And those women are far better behaved at a reunion special than these women are who, it's like they should have a little bit of dignity and decorum.
It's a reality show every time now.
Yeah, but come on, it's still Congress. Yeah. Doesn't that mean anything? Are we just addicted to destroying institutions in this country?
You know, Tom, fortunately for you, because I know you love Jasmine Crockett as the heroine in all of this.
Oh, yeah.
She's got a T-shirt. We can show it to you. It's being sold by Representative Crockett. It says, bleach, blonde, bad built, butch body. Although some eagle-eyed folks looking at purchasing one found, if you look closely, it's Crockt. So there's a bit of a misspelling. I don't know if we can get you a correct grammar one, or you just get the bad grammar.
Is that grammar? I mean, I've misspelled my name on occasion. You can't blame her. But no, you know what? I think politics has been a performative sport as long as I can remember. And so I've never seen any dignity in this kind of stuff. I remember in college, I was watching the vice presidential debate in 1988, and Lloyd Benson turned to Dan Quayle and he said, "You're no Jack Kennedy." And the crowd went crazy, like it was at a sporting event. And the next
where's
day,
Lloyd Benson now?
I know, but I'm watching, David Brinkley, and they're all saying, "That was terribly effective politicking there." And I'm thinking, are you people serious? I had no respect for these people back then. I still don't.
I respect Dan Quayle like a lot.
But do we get the representatives that we deserve? I mean, voters know who. I mean, they do this on the campaign trail, and then they get elected.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the way it is. And just
Look
talking
at
about
Jerry Nadler.
Yeah, there you go.
My God. I mean,
We'll
look at
leave it
Nancy
there with
Pelosi.
Jerry Nadler.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.